Elias Cole had never liked the underbelly of Meridian Station. The orbital hub above Proxima's third planet glittered in the public galleries, all polished chrome and holographic fountains. But down here, in the trading warrens, the air smelled of machine oil and desperation. He walked with hands in his pockets, head ducked, ignoring the calls of merchants hawking wares that looked stolen, broken, or both. He was only here to find parts for his ship's cooling array. That was all. No distractions. And then he heard her voice. "Take my toys, human. Please, I just need enough for medicine for my mother." The words were shrill, desperate. Elias turned. At the edge of the market, beneath a flickering neon sign, stood a girl, clearly alien though young. Her skin was a pale lilac, mottled with faint bioluminescent streaks that pulsed when she spoke. Her wide, glassy eyes shimmered a deep violet, and her clothes were threadbare, patched a dozen times over. In her arms, she clutched a small bundle, a jumble of handmade toys. Little carvings, simple clockwork figures, dolls stitched from fabric scraps. "Please," she begged again, voice cracking. "Just a few credits. I'll give them all. My mother, she's sick." The passers-by ignored her. A creche merchant sneered and spat on the floor. Two armored traders laughed cruelly. Elias felt a knot tighten in his chest. He'd seen plenty of scams in the warrens, fake injuries, fake orphans, fake sob stories. But something in the girl's voice carried weight. Her hands trembled, not in performance but in exhaustion. He approached slowly. "Kid," Elias said softly, crouching down, "these toys, you made them?" She blinked, startled that someone had stopped. She nodded quickly. "Yes, human. I carved them. From scrap. My mother taught me before she got sick. They're worth something. Please take them. Just give me enough to buy medicine from the clinic." Elias picked up one of the carvings, a little bird with wings that flapped when you pressed the tail. It was crude, but charming. Not junk. A child's heart was in it. He sighed, rubbing the back of his neck. "What's your name?" "Lyra," she whispered. "Well, Lyra, keep your toys. Here." Elias dug into his credit chit and transferred a modest sum, enough for a week's worth of clinic medicine, maybe more. He held the scanner to her chipped wristband, letting the funds ping across. Her eyes went wide. Her small hands shook. You gave me real credits?"
"Yeah."
"For your mom. Don't waste it." Lyra's lip trembled, then she dropped her bundle of toys and threw her thin arms around him. "Thank you. Thank you, human. I'll never forget this." He patted her shoulder awkwardly. "Easy, kid. Just take care of your mother." But even as she darted off into the crowd, Elias felt unease. On a station like Meridian, a desperate child with fresh credits was a target. He shoved his hands back into his pockets and followed at a distance. Lyra wound her way through narrow passages until she reached a rusting hablock. The lights above its door flickered weakly. Elias lingered by a shadowed pillar as she went inside. Through the cracked window, he saw her kneel by a low cot. A woman lay there, older, frilier, her skin the same pale lilac but dull, her breathing shallow. Lyra knelt close, showing her mother the credits with tears of relief in her eyes. The woman raised a trembling hand to brush her daughter's cheek. Elias swallowed hard. It was real. No scam. He turned to leave, then froze as three figures emerged from the alley. Rough-looking station toughs, with tattoos glowing faintly under their skin. One pointed at the hablock. That the brat. Saw the human give her credits. Elias's gut twisted.
He could walk away.
This wasn't his fight. He didn't even know them. But he remembered Lyra's desperate voice. The toys. The way she clutched them as if they were all she had in the world. He couldn't walk away. The door slammed open. The toughs barged inside. Lyra screamed. "Hand it over, runt," snarled one, shoving her to the ground. "Those credits ain't for the likes of you." Her mother coughed weakly, trying to rise. "Leave her, please." The thug backhanded her, sending her collapsing back onto the cot. Lyra threw herself over her mother, sobbing. That was when Elias stepped through the doorway. "Hey," he said, voice low and steady. "The kid earned that. Back off." The thugs turned. One sneered. "Human, this ain't your business." Elias shrugged. "Guess it is now." The first lunged. Elias moved faster, ducking under the swing, slamming his shoulder into the man's gut, then driving a fist into his jaw. The thug staggered back, dazed. The second drew a blade. Elias grabbed a rusted pipe from the floor and parried, sparks flying. He twisted, disarming the thug and cracking him across the head with the hilt. The third hesitated, then rushed him. Elias braced, blocking the charge and shoving the man into the wall. A quick knee to the ribs dropped him gasping. Within moments, all three were groaning on the ground. Elias stood over them, pipe still raised. "You come back here again. I'll make sure you don't get up." The thugs scrambled, dragging each other out into the alley. Silence fell. Only Lyra's sobs remained. Elias dropped the pipe and exhaled. His knuckles ached, his heart still pounded, but the danger was gone. Lyra clutched her mother's hand, eyes wide with gratitude and terror. You saved us." Her mother tried to sit up, wincing. "Human, thank you. I have little to offer." Elias raised a hand. "Don't. Just rest. The girl's got medicine money now. That's enough." But Lyra shook her head. She picked up the bundle of toys she had dropped earlier and pressed it into his hands.
"Please, take them. They're all I have."
"You gave me hope when no one else would. You deserve them." Elias looked down at the crude little carvings and stitched dolls. His throat tightened unexpectedly. Slowly, he nodded. "All right, Lyra. I'll keep them. As a reminder." Her violet eyes lit up with relief. "Then I'll never forget you." 2 days later, Elias's ship was patched and ready. But before he left Meridian, he returned to the hablock. The clinic had already visited. Lyra's mother was stronger, sitting upright, her breathing easier. Lyra herself ran to greet him, hugging him fiercely. "You came back," she exclaimed. "Just checking in," Elias said with a small smile. He handed her a packet. "Got some extra supplies from a trader I know. Food rations, filters, a few more credits. Should last you a while." Tears filled her eyes again. "Why are you helping us?" "No human ever stops for us." Elias crouched, meeting her gaze. "Because someone should have. And because one day you'll help someone else. That's how it works." Lyra nodded solemnly, clutching the packet to her chest. As Elias turned to leave, her mother's voice called after him. "Human, may the stars guide you. You gave us more than medicine. You gave us dignity." He didn't look back. He couldn't, not with the lump in his throat. But later, aboard his ship, Elias set the little carved bird on the console. Its wings flapped when he tapped its tail, a small, fragile motion. And he smiled, because in a universe that often seemed cold and merciless, one desperate alien girl had reminded him why he still fought to be human.